There is a question around the non-aligned movement conference and the G77 meetings. We are readying ourselves. We are part of the steering committee, and we are, for example, even today, there are ongoing works to ensure that there is a dedicated line of supply from Gaba substation to the main conference facility, which is Munyonyo, Speak Resort Munyonyo. But also we are putting flexibilities that power can either come from that side or power can come through Salama Road from what we call Kampala South substation. But again, if you look at the Gaba substation, which also serves as national works, we have also put in a third alternative line. So meaning power can come from the new Luzira substation, right, which has also stabilized power in Luzira and the surrounding areas. So we have built a new line from there to Gaba. We have an existing line from Lugogo to Gaba. 2 years ago, we rebuilt another line from Queensway, Clock Tower substation here in town to Gaba. So all the three lines are on standby to feed the back end of Gaba. But again, should also all the three fail, we can also get power from Entebbe Road. And all this is aimed at giving our guests to the country a better experience in terms of power stability during the conferencing facilities. That has also enabled us to integrate it to Entebbe. But also there's a substation, you recall, in last year which we built called Nakasamba substation, which serves all the Entebbe hotels. So this new infrastructure, which again also we have done lots of maintenance on the lines, has enabled reliability of supply to Entebbe. Not only to those hotels in Entebbe, on that belt, but also to the airport. Of course, you have State House in Entebbe and other security agencies, plus other big and small hotels within the Entebbe area. So we believe that's also sufficient.
Despite the reopening of the Uganda-Rwanda border, challenges persist, affecting trade, free movement of people, smuggling, and the spread of human and animal diseases. Ugandan and Rwandan security authorities recently participated in a significant cross-border meeting, the first of its kind since the border reopened on the 31st of January 2022.
The primary objective of this meeting was to address and resolve the persistent cross-border bottlenecks between Rwanda and Uganda. Major General retired Robert Rusoke, the Ugandan ambassador in Rwanda, emphasized the importance of tackling these issues affecting both countries.
Try and iron out the small bottlenecks that could likely harm our relations, because big things come out of small things. If we solve issues at the lower tactical levels, then we would have no issues at the strategic level.
Following the challenges we had at the borderline, and we felt very important to have a candid conversation with our brothers and sisters from the Republic of Rwanda.
The discussions focused on enhancing trade, facilitating the free movement of people, controlling human and animal diseases, and combating smuggling. Recommendations arising from the meeting will be presented for consideration by the respective presidents.
Cross-border interactions between these two sister countries.
Yves Moneza highlighted the time. The primary objective of this meeting was to address and resolve issues, fostering enhanced bilateral ties between Uganda and Rwanda.
Among other areas of cooperation, trade, defense, peace and security.
The background of the border closure was discussed, initiated by Rwandan President Paul Kagame on February 27, 2019, citing accusations of espionage, abductions of Rwandan citizens, and allegations of hosting dissidents against the Kigali administration by Ugandan authorities. The closure resulted in heightened tensions, with at least 5 Ugandans shot dead by Rwandan personnel on smuggling charges. Despite the border reopening, challenges persist. Rwandan authorities face criticism from Uganda traders for hindering the transportation of certain goods, especially maize flour. Shootings related to smuggling incidents continue, with a recent incident on January 17, 2023, resulting in the death of Jack Turiahikayo, also known as Rakigizi. The meeting, held at White Horse Inn, Kabale, brought together Rwandan officials led by Yves Moneza, technical advisor to the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and International Cooperation, and Ugandan officials from border districts, including Kabale, Chisoro, Rubanda, Ruchiga and Ntungamu.
NEMA has carried out further evictions of structures and businesses operating in the Busega-Lubigi wetland near Kampala. This eviction is part of the ongoing efforts to restore wetlands that have been illegally occupied by encroachers.
The eviction of encroachers on Luigi Busega wetland has entered day 2. The exercise has been characterized by the demolition of facilities for animal feeds, garages that work on heavy trucks, and as well clearing some drainage systems. The affected residents argue that the National Environment Management Authority did not notify them about this specific operation.
They did not notify us. All this time they have been evicting people from the other side.
Put it categorically clear that that's not true. This exercise of restoration has been taking place over the years. Last year it was there, over the years it has been there, and this year
I
was not doing anything but hustling. I'm now going to suffer. But people were notified and we did not take it serious.
The
owner of that business had his business destroyed. The tractor was just comfortable doing it. But how would you do that if you have a caring heart?
The other category affected by the operation conducted by NEMA include businesswomen and men dealing in the timber business. Most of them have brought trucks to ferry the logs since they had not been destroyed. Now one might argue that these trees are actually extracted from the wetland in Lubigi Busega. But business people here do argue that they buy these trees from elsewhere, and this is a ground where they do all the other activities.
There are those who had hope here. What hurts them is not the eviction, but the hope that has been destroyed. Locals argue that NEMA is conducting evictions in a selective manner, emphasizing that these actions specifically target their small and businesses. Government should speak the truth if they want this place, and if they are to restore the wetlands, they should consider places like Ruera. Mandela has constructed in the wetland here. Why is he not evicted?
we have not evicted only the marginalized. We are evicting people who have encroached on the wetlands, and we are evicting everybody.
Some individuals operating in the wetland claim ownership of the land they are utilizing, making the evictions seem unjust.
But what I know is we work in harmony, and there's a conversation taking place between NEMA and the ministry to address all these concerns.
There is a group that had been working on customizing the wetland as a tourist attraction center for touring, fish farming, and as a learning center for students. Unfortunately, their efforts have been hindered, leaving them puzzled. We should be given an opportunity to set up our ideas in order to support our generation and the coming generation. Students come here to learn practical things. For example, our children always state that fish comes from the market, but it is here where they can learn how fish is harvested.
I want to tell Ugandans that NEMA has not supported this person, this gentleman, and he was doing this thing outside the law, and that's why we evicted him.
On the flip side, this eviction has turned out to be a blessing in disguise for scrap dealers who collect scrap for sale. Ivan Kahwa and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Matia Kasaija, issued a stern warning to those attempting to sabotage Uganda's oil and gas sector. His caution came during a tour of the oil and gas activities at Kingfisher Oil Field in Changwali, Kikube district.
Minister Kasaija visited Kingfisher Oil Field in Changwali, Chikube District and Kabalega International Airport in Hoima to assess the ongoing activities in the oil and gas sector. Kasaija expressed regret for those attempting to undermine the industry and emphasized that the country has the necessary resources to finance the oil and gas sector.
Very pleased because now we are going to get a fairly cheap resource to help people for lighting, for cooking, for doing all sorts of things. Those who are attempting to sabotage us, I am sorry for them.
The Director of Development and Production at the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, PAO, Alex Nyombi, announced the commencement of the 47-kilometer feeder pipeline by Sinok Uganda Limited from Kingfisher Oil Field to Kabale Industrial Hub. The pipeline will ultimately connect to the East African Crude Oil Pipeline, EACOP. A pump at Kingfisher will generate the necessary pressure to transport the oil to Kabale.
1,400 something.
Yes, that one will have several pump stations. It is going to have 6 pump stations and 2 pressure reduction stations. So one pump station is here in Kabalega, the first one. The second one is around Sembabule. The third one is in Tanzania.
Zakaria Lubega, the Corporate Affairs Manager at Sinok Uganda Limited, revealed that over 700 people affected by the feeder pipeline have been compensated and resettled.
A lot of those are resettlement forms for the persons who are physically living on these pieces of land that we have applied for this project infrastructure development. And we've supported those communities. First of all, we did full compensation and resettlement, but also implemented some livelihood restoration programs to support these people not to be negatively impacted in terms of the livelihoods.
Simultaneously, the construction of Kabalega International Airport has been extended by 2 months. The airport, currently at 95% completion, was initially scheduled for handover on December 26th this year, but has been postponed to February 26th, 2024. In February 2018, the government of Uganda selected Shikun and Binui, an Israel construction firm, to build the airport at a cost of $309 million. Civil work commenced in April of the same year. Amos Morisa, the spokesperson for SBC Uganda Limited, stated that some completed sections include the runway, navigation aids, air-ground lighting system, among others.
Tower, and the moment the controller switches on a certain light, then the pilot will know what to do or where or which direction to take. So today we have tested the lights; they are all okay.
UBC News, lunchtime news. Uganda Cities and Municipal Infrastructure Development is programmed to replace the Uganda Support to Municipal Infrastructure Development. This comes in the midst of government quests to steer urban development with focus on modern social and economic infrastructure.
The initial target of the Uganda Support to Municipal Infrastructure Development was in 14 municipalities. USMIT, as goes its short form, led to upgrading of 78.4 kilometers of urban roads, 3 taxi parks and 1 lorry park. These are some of the achievements that government wants to see consolidated.
Cabinet further noted that 51.1 kilometers of urban roads have been completed and ready for commissioning, and another 87.8 kilometers under the same program are expected to be completed in December 2023.
Similar projects have been extended to 7 refugee hosting districts.
To implement 40 road infrastructure sub-projects covering a total of 290 kilometers.
It is because of such achievements that government has opted to launch a successor project to USMID. It is called Uganda Cities and Municipal Infrastructure Development.
And 11 roads totaling 35.51 kilometers are to be upgraded to sealed roads. And 3 roads covering a distance of 3.1 kilometers are to be upgraded to asphalt concrete standard.
The 6 months extension by the World Bank is a very, very welcome idea to enable us to finalize the preparation. We are not starting now. The Development Committee of the Means of Finance has approved it. We are now waiting for the last level of approval by the Development Committee of the Means of Finance. So we expect, if all goes well, in the next financial year to have this program on board.
The World Bank funded project is implemented through grant transfers towards the targeted local governments.
So the major problem we want to solve with this project is the aspect of infrastructure. We want adequate infrastructure for sustainable development of these cities.
The successor project, named Uganda Cities and Municipal Infrastructure Development, will become effective come next financial year. Henry Okrut, UBC.
The annual Savings and Credit Cooperative Society report published in May 2023 registered 33,000 SACCOs within a membership of 6.4 million. Western Uganda has several savings and credit cooperative societies like the Rural and Urban Savings Cooperative Union in Rubare and Tungamo that have played a pivotal role in the fight against poverty.
These SACCOs, those were dark days. How do you raise capital? You say I started Anna. Whatever you get, you spend it all. You have not. There's no way you can raise capital. But when these SACCOs started, people were educated, they were told about, and they joined massively, by the way, massively, the whole of this country, I believe. Others will create their own SACCOs, their own kaboks in the villages. That was type of, SACCO, grouping themselves so that this one gets this money this time, next time this one. That was the basis also of SACCO. So it has helped this country. I cannot tell you this area. It has moved this country from darkness to success.
Everything is possible, provided you're trustworthy. That's the most vital thing. Provided you're trustworthy, then you can grow from small to big.
Automatically, resources are ever scarce. We have shortages of money, what I can call loanable funds, at some certain odd months. Usually during Christmas holidays like the one we are in now, or during the opening of schools. Those times people are not saving and they want more money. However, as a government, if it would give us some more money at a reduced interest rate and payable in extended period of time, that one can also benefit us in delivering our services to our clients.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break. Don't miss what we have on return.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Phone battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN, regulated by UCC.
In this family, we can't agree on anything.
Martha.
We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndowoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish Development Model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish Development Model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Ministry of Water and Environment has launched a water and environment information system to improve access to authentic and accurate data for informed decision-making for development. The Minister for Water and Environment, Sam Cheptoris, described the launch as a timely venture that aligns with Uganda's vision of becoming an industrialized nation that is premised on sustainable development and management of water, environment, and other natural resources to fuel economic growth.
Today's 20th lesson, Honorable Minister.
Quantification of data is a key component in planning and implementation of programs for any development agenda. However, until today, the Ministry of Water and Environment has been operating with scattered data spread across 19 databases.
Water and environment and hydrometeorological data observations were mostly manual, and gaps existed in geographical coverage.
In 2013, the Ministry of Water and Environment, with support from the World Bank, embarked on the journey to harmonize data, thus giving birth to the Water and Environment Information System, dubbed WAIS.
2 and 1. Development of the Water and Environment Information System, therefore, aims to ensure that we effectively utilize digital technology in everything we do as a ministry. The Water and Environment Information System therefore comes in very handy to improve the management of all the data that has previously been scattered to support decision making.
The ministry is hopeful that, if well utilized, the Water and Environment Information System will improve data management and decision making that will translate into improved service delivery.
The WAIS is a role-based access control system to ensure that data confidentiality, integrity, and authenticity are taken care of.
We are in a situation where we are having a lot of pressure on our water and environment resources. Wetlands are under pressure, they are being degraded. We want to know how much are we losing the wetlands, but how much are we actually restoring the wetlands?
Witnessing the launch were officials from the World Bank, government ministries, departments and agencies, and development partners.
Conservation and sustainable use of the resources. As the World Bank, we are proud of the contribution we have made towards the development of the system. By using data, the ministry can proactively address issues and allocate resources efficiently and work towards achieving water security.
Development of the Water and Environment Information System, that is a web-based portal, cost the ministry a total of $3.5 million, an equivalent of 13,158,278,000 shillings only. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
And Makerere University are shining at the ongoing inter-university games in Mukono. Ndeje and Makerere are already champions in swimming while still holding stamp in netball and basketball.
Day 3 of the 19th edition of the ongoing inter-university games hosted by Uganda Christian University and Makerere University plus Ndeje have so far won medals. Makerere University emerged winners of the swimming competitions boys, while Ndeje University were victorious in the ladies category. Both Makerere and Ndeje have previously dominated swimming, attributing victory to availability of sports facilities.
Opinion, I think this was a very successful event. We've not had any issues to do with injuries or any other problems. I want to say that I want to thank the Uganda Swimming Federation who have worked with us to make sure that we accomplished this event. This was a two-day event, and I want to congratulate all the winning teams, mainly Makerere, who have won overall for the girls, as well as Ndeje University that has won overall for the boys. Also to encourage other universities in Uganda to always try and make entries for swimming. Normally we've noticed that swimming normally has quite a few universities that participate, but we want to promote and develop the sport of swimming. So I'd like to encourage my colleagues from other universities to try and make entries in the future games.
In the other games played, Kampala University, UCU and Makerere University Business School continue scoring big in football men. Kampala University sealed its position in the knockout stages after finishing their Group C games with 2 goalless draws against Bugema University and Mbarara University of Science and Technology. Victoria University and Uganda Christian University both topped their respective groups unbeaten. Kampala University and Kumba University qualified as second-positioned sides. In netball, host UCU, Ndeje University and Makerere University continue to shine, while Kampala University alongside Ndeje are scoring in volleyball and badminton. Action resumes Thursday for the semis in netball, football and basketball. Report compiled by Marshall Miro for UBC News.
Action continues today. Marshall Miro will, of course, give us more details in our subsequent bulletins to follow up on the games. That brings us to the end of what we had for you. Enjoy the rest of the day and the Christmas season. Bye-bye for now.